Please leave. Please leave. I am not okay with this. Please leave my job. I have to go.
This is a video of Shantay being stalked by her ex, and in just a matter of days after posting this video, he killed her.
46-year-old Little Mac Williams was arrested after allegedly running away from that crime scene. It happened just before midnight on Friday on State Road 715 in Belglade. Deputies received a 911 call from a child who said his stepfather broke into the home and heard his mother being shot.
Some women, me, I'm putting myself in that category, make it okay for niggas not to be shit. By that, we'll get with somebody who we know ain't shit, right? Just go through the motions, just being in our relationship because we so happy that somebody loves us.
This is the story of Shantay Butts, aged 32, a young lady who was gunned down by her ex-boyfriend who she made fun of on social media for being broke and lame. Little Mac Williams, her ex-boyfriend, stalked her at her job, her home, and on her phone until he was able to gain access into her apartment where she was relaxing with her new boyfriend and her kids. He gunned her down in front of her kids without no remorse, all because she wanted to move on. Why in the world would a man not move on after being told numerous times to move on? Well, let's find out what really happened in this story. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories. This story takes us to Belglade, Florida. Belglade, Florida, is a city in Palm Beach County, known for its rich agricultural history, particularly its role as a major producer of vegetables and sugar cane. Located on the southeastern shore of Lake Okeechobee, it's part of the Miami metropolitan area. Belglade, Florida, has a high crime rate, particularly for violent crimes like aggravated assault, robbery, and burglary. It's considered a high crime area, with rates significantly above both the state and national averages. Shantay Butts, aged 32, was a beautiful lady who lived in Belglade, Florida. She was a very hard-working woman who did her best to take care of her boyfriend and her child. Shantay wasn't always lucky when it comes to meeting men, and she was never shy to talk about it on social media.
Some women, me, I'm putting myself in that category, make it okay for niggas not to be shit. By that, we'll get with somebody who we know ain't shit, right? Just go through the motions, just being in our relationship because we so happy that somebody loves us. But we can just love ourselves, if that makes sense. Take care of the household, do what we gotta do, because in reality, we just not feeling like we housing a nigga. But in reality, we housing a nigga. And from the outside looking in, it looked like he's helping or contributing because your life is still going on the same way. Reality, you up in that bitch screaming to the top of your lungs because every time you turn around, the bill keep flying past that bitch. You gotta catch it. You gotta be the bill catcher. And the motherfucker just sleep. He may be contributing to your life, but he ain't contributing to your bills in reality. Because you so hell bent on doing for yourself, or, oh, I been paying my bills. Oh, I ain't gonna let no nigga pay my bills. Oh, this and that. No, bitch, let him pay half. That bitch halfway contributing to all your motherfucking problems in your life. Just don't choose no bad niggas. We'll get with some niggas that we feel like, oh, they good for us, and in reality, they ain't shit. Because from the outside looking in, when you was looking at him before, he was with another bitch who was the boss. So she was handling all the way. And in reality, your ass sitting on the other side in that damn green pasture thinking that motherfucker, he doing shit. And in reality, it's her money who funding the trips. It's her money who paying the bills. It's like it's your money that's paying for your trips and your money that's paying for your motherfucking bills. What I really, really hate, the dumbass bitches that be like, oh, she just saying that because he not with her. Bitch, is the reason why he ain't with her. See, me, I don't think I ever been in denial about nothing. One of them hoes that just be put up in the house and don't know what the fuck going on. See, I know what the fuck going on, but I am what the fuck is going on.
She was an adopted child who went through it kind of rough at an early stage, but was lucky to find a great family. She never stopped talking about her family too.
So let's get into this next reality check. So I'm 30, finna be 31, and I was adopted as a child. In between adopted and foster, I don't think people know this, is when you adopted, you belong in that family. So therefore, the state can't come and take you out of that household. Now, if you fostered, you could just get taken at any moment whenever the person choose to get a child. Like if they want a child and they want you, they can just take you. Or if that parent don't want you anymore, they can just send you back to the state, to a group home, you know. So I was very blessed with being adopted by my mom. So as I got older, you know, everybody in my family was doing this ancestry thing. They was trying to find their family, you know. So I was the last person to find my dad. And I really didn't want to find my daddy. It was like, I was like, okay, I'm already content. I got a daddy. My daddy is good to me. My stepdaddy, he good to me. So I wasn't searching for a daddy. I think I was more searching for answers, if that makes sense. So I chugged my little ass on motherfucking ancestry, la-la-dee-dee-dee, and I found out my daddy 85 years old. He live in Tampa, just living his life. So I said, you know what? Let me reach out. I found some sisters and brothers and yada yada whoop whoop. And I reached out. I'm like a kid in the candy store, y'all. Overly excited too, cause I'm like, oh, I found my daddy, you know, because my mama, she not living no more. So I feel like I was going to get some type of answers from my daddy. Like, not even no answer, just like, you know, what you supposed to ask your mom and daddy. So I done went through the burrs in the woods to figure out who my daddy was. Find out his name was a man named Fort Carroll, who stayed right in Palm Beach County, in West Palm Beach, Florida, somewhere like Riviera area. But he don't stay here now. He stay in Tampa, but he stayed in West Palm Beach. I currently stay in South Bay, Florida. Remind y'all, this person didn't go looking for me. I ain't saying like, oh, he didn't go looking for me. I got took by the state. So at the end of the day, it's okay. But you was right there in West Palm Beach, which is 45 minutes away from me. And you didn't even... But I had 3 or 4 other kids before me. So I really wasn't expecting him to like, you know, be this awesome dad, because I got an awesome dad, you know. So I think I did went into this and I held this man to high standards, because my dad awesome. I ain't even gonna lie, y'all. I'm just saying it again. My daddy is awesome. So before me, my daddy had 3 daughters with his wife and a son. He never took care of, from my understanding. And he has another daughter. We just gonna call her Jay, but she was adopted too. Like, so she found him through ancestry. She was the reason why I was able to find him. Oh yeah, I found my daddy and I asked him to meet up with him, you know, because I just found my daddy. He stayed in Tampa. I was gonna drive there, you know, to meet with my daddy. So y'all, this man gonna tell me just like this, not right now. I ain't really stable right now. I ain't really on my feet. Well, I just got this little house right here, and I don't even know if you will be able to stay. Where you gonna stay at? How you gonna get here? You know what? I just hung my phone up, because at the end of the day, I was hurt, because I was puzzled, because he was like, oh, he wasn't stable. He didn't, you know, right now wasn't a good time. Remind you, this man 85 years old. So I got off the phone, and I was thinking about it for a little while, but I don't know if you know me, but I ain't gonna let shit go. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not letting shit go. So I called that motherfucker right back, and I asked him, you know, after the phone rang, and he was like, hello, all nice and calm. So I'm on the phone. I'm like, so I understand that you said you wasn't, you know, stable enough to meet me, and I don't understand why you say that, because first of all, if I was riding up to see you, I'm driving my car that I purchased. You ain't got to put no gas in my car. I don't know what the hell you got going on. And if I'm coming to somewhere I don't know, I would never stay in your house. So I think that's what the problem was. He said, no. What I mean is, what we gonna do? I don't got nothing to offer you. Like, I'm not stable. I just got this apartment on Section 8, because he's a veteran. He said, I just got this apartment on Section 8, and like, he can't do nothing. So I said, you know what? When the fuck you gonna be stable though? Like, you 85 years old. If you ain't got your shit together now, you ain't gonna never get your shit to fucking together. I said I wake up every motherfucking day not knowing how to be no motherfucking mama. But do I say, oh, I can't be a mama today, I'm not stable enough, and throw the cover back over my face? No, bitch, I get up and I try to motherfucking be a mama every motherfucking day. So you ain't finna be no deadbeat daddy. I don't give a fuck. Like, you 85 years old. Like, I think my real problem is with that sentence is, if I can get up every day and I can put 100% of my effort into being a single mom, and I'm saying that with pride, a single mom, then you could be a fucking daddy. Like, no. And then you know what? Back in the days, they made it so convenient for people to just be deadbeats and nobodies. They just like it's okay. Like, and see, I had to step back and realize that I'm dealing with a OG deadbeat. So then it was this whole thing like, oh, I didn't know your mama was pregnant. She never told me she was pregnant, but you was fucking though. Like I said, my daddy 85. I'm 30. So that means you was 55 years old when you was fucking and made me. So you had plenty coming since then. Like, you done had 55 years of your life to live and experience. You ain't finna be no motherfucking deadbeat at 85 round shit. It costs $0 to pick up your phone and say, oh, hey, daughter, how you doing? Yeah. All right. Kick. Click. And then I called him for Thanksgiving, y'all. And I was just asking him, like, what all they gonna cook? You know, like, conversation-wise. Then he gonna bust out, we ain't cooking too much of nothing. I don't want your ragged-ass turkey anyways, bro. And before my daddy had met me, he had already met my sister named Jay. Not met, but, you know, conversating with her on the phone and found out that he had another child outside of his marriage. So it wasn't like he was new to knowing that he had other kids. But he just didn't know he had a lot of kids. But that ain't the gag, y'all. So a couple of months after I found out who my dad was, I get another ping on Ancestry. It's a match. Ding, you got a match. This person right here, loving to death, sweet as can be. Let's just say he was found to be my brother, my little brother, because he's 24. So when my daddy found out he got another son, it's a boy. So I expected him to be like, oh, yeah, excited about having another son, because he kept saying, oh, I got all these daughters, and my mouth flipped. So you already know, I feel like he needed another son. So I was real excited about having another little brother. So I'm just staring at my Ancestry, and I realize something is wrong. This match is too motherfucking high. So granted, my little brother said he didn't know who his mama was. So here come Detective Shay, stand up all night long trying to figure out who his mama is, because the match was too high. So I knew it had to be somebody in my family. So all night long I'm thinking, like, either this my long lost brother, or it's like somebody in my family done had a baby with my daddy. I'm up all night playing Inspector Gadget, just trying to figure out who the fuck, what they when, where, and how this shit could have occurred, because at the end of the day, it's just weird to me. And I figured out that my daddy fucked my auntie Annette. Give a fuck, because we all grown. They was fucking, and they made a son, which I'm grateful for my brother, but it just made me throw up immediately. So I called my daddy the next day, y'all, after I cried about it, because in my mind, I was already over it. Get to telling him how I found a boy. He's my brother. He said, yeah, I know. Oh, this and that. So I asked him, do he know my auntie? Hey there, how you doing? It's Shay. Yeah, your daughter. How you doing for today? I had a question. Do you happen to know somebody named Annette? Oh yeah, I know somebody named Annette, I think. Well, that was my mama's sister, and they said my mama looked like my auntie. So I think you got confused, because Michael's mama is Annette. Oh no, they ain't looking like to me. See, your mama, she was bald head and fat, and Annette, she was slim and fat. Bitch, my mouth dropped. So you know Annette, my auntie, right? Oh yeah, I knew that was your mama's sister. So at this point, I'm looking at my phone like, this nigga don't give a fuck. And I just hung my phone up, because that shit ain't make no sense. I'm tired of having my brother cousins. I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna get my brother cousin on you, bitch. You ain't got one of them. Got a brother cousin. You ain't got one of them hoe. And sometimes I wonder how my auntie Annette feel when she was fucking my mama man. Say, do not fuck your sister man.
Fast forward to recent times, Shantay met Little Mac Williams, age 45. This could have been the man she was referring to in her previous video. After much disappointment, she decided to let go of the man and start a new relationship, but it would not be as easy as she thought. Little Mac would not let go. He started stalking her. He went to her workplace, went to her home numerous times, and also called her endlessly.
Wow. Please leave. Please leave. I am not okay with this. Please leave my job. I have to go. Now you over there talking to yourself and shit. I don't give a fuck. Womp, womp, womp. Cry me a river. Cry me a river, lady.
She further made fun of him online by posting this messages.
Hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock struck wrong.
Little Mac did not give up despite knowing that the cops are looking for him for breaking into her house and her car earlier to steal her gun. On July 11, 2025, Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office deputies responded to a 911 call from a juvenile male reporting that his stepfather, Little Mac Williams, had broken into their home and shot his mother. The call, made at approximately 11:47 p.m., detailed the harrowing moments as the juvenile described hearing his mother being shot.
Survivors of domestic violence are told to speak up, document everything. But for one Belle Glade mother, even that wasn't enough. Tonight, we're uncovering how her death fits into a larger deadly pattern and why advocates say the system is still falling short. CBS 12's Katie Benty joins us live in the newsroom with that story. Katie?
Liz, Shantay Butts told deputies she was being stalked. She had the video, she filed reports, and just days later, she was shot dead in her home. Shantay Butts was a mother of 4, shot and killed inside her Belle Glade home last week. Deputies say it was her son who called 911. The man accused of murdering her, Little Mac Williams, her ex, and the father of her children. Investigators say he also shot her current boyfriend who survived. Court records reveal a decade of abuse across multiple relationships. In 2024, Williams broke into Butts' home, choked her, and took her phone. He was convicted, ordered to stay away, but he came back.
Please leave.
She posted this video to Facebook of what appears to be Williams waiting at her job.
Please leave my job. I have to go.
She told deputies he later stole her gun. Then there's this, a log showing Williams on her doorbell camera more than 20 times in one night.
If law enforcement's being called, it's something's, going on. There's something major that's happened.
On July 5th, deputies issued a warrant for stalking, but he wasn't arrested. 6 days later, she was dead.
The homicide rate is high, especially when someone's trying to leave that abusive situation.
According to the arrest affidavit, the juvenile reported that Little Mac, wearing a black hooded sweatshirt, broke into the home through a window and confronted his mother. The juvenile heard his mother being shot while on the phone with 911. Dispatch could hear commotion, including a man demanding, "Where is your mama?" followed by gunshots. Upon arrival, deputies found Little Mac outside the home, lying face down on the roadway. He was immediately detained. Inside the residence, deputies discovered Shantay Butts, aged 42, deceased from apparent gunshot wounds, and an unidentified male suffering from a gunshot wound to the chest. The male victim was transported to St. Mary's Medical Center and is currently in stable condition. During a post-Miranda interview, Little Mac claimed that he entered the home and got into a physical altercation with the male victim, during which the gun went off. He denied shooting the victims and refused to provide further details. Deputies found a handgun magazine and several shell casings at the scene, further implicating Little Mac. Little Mac has a lengthy criminal history, including multiple felony convictions that prohibit him from possessing firearms. His most recent conviction was in March 2025. The arrest report also revealed that Little Mac had been suspected of stealing a firearm from Shantay's vehicle earlier in the month, leading to an arrest warrant issued on July 6. Little Mac Williams has been charged with 1 count of first-degree murder with a firearm, 1 count of attempted first-degree murder with a firearm, and 1 count of a felon in possession of a firearm.
Tonight, a man is facing murder charges after a deadly shooting in Belle Glade. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office tells us deputies were called to a home off of State Road 715 where they found a man and a woman who were both shot. This happened just before midnight on Saturday. Deputies say they saw a man running near the scene. Authorities have identified him as Little Mac Williams. Rachel Perry has the latest developments.
The suspect in this case is now here in the Palm Beach County Jail. Court records show he denies shooting both victims despite several people claiming they saw him inside the home that night. Palm Beach County Sheriff's deputies were called to a home in Belglade Friday night by a child who claimed his stepfather broke a window and was climbing inside, saying he heard his mother get shot. Deputies responded and say they found the suspect, listed on court records as Little Mac Williams, walking nearby and arrested him. Officials say a man and woman were shot inside a bedroom. The woman died on scene and the man was taken to the hospital where he's expected to survive. They identified the victim as Shantay, a mother and the ex-girlfriend of Williams. Deputies say 2 other adults and 6 children were inside the home when it happened, saying the victim's son heard the shots and found his younger siblings huddled together in the living room, all appearing to be in shock. He brought them in his room before calling 911, also telling officials his mother feared Williams would kill her, and officials say Williams has multiple prior arrests for domestic violence against Shantay Butts. Court records show at least 2 others identified Williams as the shooter. He's now charged with first-degree murder and attempted first-degree murder.
It's so sad to know that there are some men who just can't leave a woman when they break up. She was ready to move on and be with another man, but he could not let that happen. It sounds like it's better to go through a heartbreak than go spend the rest of one's life in jail, but from the look of things, not all men understand this. Some people out there are judging Shantay for making fun of him and also posting his videos online, but no matter what, she should not have been killed like that. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Shantay Butts. May Shantay's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for domestic abuse survivors. Please stay safe out there and see you guys in the next video.